Students specifically at Doherty Valley have this built-in mindset that their only purpose and their only value comes from their grades and the amount of time that they invest in their work instead of doing things like sleeping or working out or doing things that actually balance their life in a healthy way. And we're also in this like really obscure upbringing that we're not allowed to talk about our struggle and about our mental health issues. And so we just kind of let them manifest and we just bottle it up instead of talking about it and letting the issue become something that we can see and solve. When the class of 2020 took a mental and emotional wellness survey, there was some unbelievable statistic that like 20% of our class had experienced some sort of depression or suicidal period in their life, which is so saddening to think about because our class, I think, had like 800 kids. And when you do the math, that means about 160 of us wanted to kill ourselves because we didn't feel safe at school. And it doesn't even matter if it was school specifically or if it was something else, because school, if it's not your source of anxiety, it's at least somewhere you should feel separated from anxiety. Like if your anxiety source is home, you should feel safe at school. But if school isn't safe, where do you go? Because really, as a student, all you are doing is going to either school or home. And if both of those places don't feel safe for you, there's nothing you can do to feel safe, like you can address your mental health issues. It's just going to worsen them for you. And really, the unhealthy lifestyle that I want to say specifically Doherty students have can be summed up into two statements. And that is that one, they prioritize their work and their grades over their physical and mental wellness. And secondly, they don't have the permission or the knowledge to talk about what they're feeling. And some causes I would definitely say are how we create a workaholics environment for ourselves and for one another, and our home lives perpetuate that education driven culture instead of promoting a balanced lifestyle. Now, as a side note, I do know that that's because we are predominantly like an immigrant school. So it's not something that is necessarily seen in every other school district or every other school within SRVUSD, but it is something that's going to take many generations to lift and ease from the student mindset that they're only needed to learn, and that's the only thing that they can do. Specifically at Doherty, there's this really evident do all the things kind of culture, and you have to do everything in order to achieve a specific goal or a grade or a status. Honestly, I hate that this is a thing, but your social status depends on your grades at Doherty. It makes zero sense, but it does. And really, we shouldn't be thinking about how packed can I make my schedule. You should be thinking about what am I passionate about and how can I balance what I'm passionate about with my mental and physical health so that I'm carrying the two things I actually need in my life outside of school into my career and into my family and into the real world. And in order to make a difference, it's going to take many generations. That's no secret. It's going to take forever to get ourselves out of this habit, but we need to break down the taboo image and portrayal of mental health and instead treat it like what it is, and that's normal. We all deal with it. We all have it. Even if you're not diagnosed with a clinical anxiety, your mental health is still going to be something that you're going to have to address at some point in your life. And the vulnerability and the flaws that and the unease that we have when it comes to daily living, that's what makes us normal, and that's what we need to be taught and encouraged about in school. We should be encouraged to talk about our struggle, and we should be taught how to do it in a healthy way so that we're not overpacking our schedules and making ourselves feel less than. Because even for every panelist tonight, a lot of the issues stem down to how equity affects your mental health, how inclusion affects your mental health. So it is not some, I am of this race, of this gender, of this color, of this status, of whatever, and that's why I have mental health issues. It is not a one size thing. Like everyone has it, and we just need to show each other that it's normal and have teachers who will tell us that, hey, this is normal. This is how you talk about it, and this is how we can address it in a healthy way.